From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Tuesday, November 24th, 2015. Silver is trading at $14.21 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,079 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $325. Antiwar.com reports the Pentagon announced on Monday a dramatic escalation of its training operation in Ukraine, moving from its small training mission for Ukraine's National Guard to a direct training program for Ukraine's regular military forces, as well as special operations troops. Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko has made it clear he sees the purpose of the training as to learn how to beat Russia, and the escalation of this training toward combat troops is likely to add some tension to U.S.-Russian relations, with Poroshenko openly envisioning his country as the staging ground for a global war on Russia. Russian officials are downplaying the seriousness of the program so far, however, with Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov citing the disastrous state of the U.S.-trained armies in Iraq and Afghanistan as proof that U.S. training won't be a real game-changer. The U.S. plan now is to train 5 battalions of Ukrainian troops, along with a battalion of special forces. The training is centered in western Ukraine to avoid any risk of direct U.S. involvement in the civil war in the East, which is in a state of ceasefire at any rate. You can support FPP Radio by shopping online. Every purchase you make from one of my affiliates at shop.fppradio.com helps fund FPP Radio. That's shop.fppradio.com. UPI reports the U.S. Department of State on Monday issued a worldwide travel alert recommending that American citizens avoid travel in some regions abroad due to increased terror threats. The department did not detail any specific threat, but simply warned citizens that growing unrest and recent attacks make traveling overseas more risky. The alert said current information suggests that the Islamic State, aka Daesh, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, and other terrorist groups continue to plan terror attacks in multiple regions. These attacks may employ a wide variety of tactics, using conventional and non-conventional weapons and targeting both official and private interests. The State Department said its concern is not only for major terrorist factions, but also for lone wolf attackers who draw inspiration from groups like the Islamic State or Al-Qaeda, and recent attacks have only added to officials' concerns. The State Department alert also said extremists have targeted large sporting events, theaters, open markets, and aviation services. In the past year, there have been multiple attacks in France, Nigeria, Denmark, Turkey, and Mali. The Islamic State, Daesh, has claimed responsibility for the bombing of a Russian airliner in Egypt. The department also urged U.S. travelers to register for the Smart Traveler Enrollment Program, which provides information and updates regarding various threats. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports the San Francisco City Attorney's Office on Monday sued a company it said worked with security guards in retail stores to extort shoplifting suspects into paying hundreds of dollars for a supposed educational program to avoid jail time. The civil lawsuit filed against Utah-based Corrective Education Company, or CEC, said the company offers a pretrial diversion program to rehabilitate misdemeanor offenders instead of having them arrested or receive a criminal record. The lawsuit said CEC does not comply with laws governing such programs and operates without the involvement or knowledge of the criminal justice system. According to the suit, CEC's program also violates state extortion laws, falsely imprisons accused shoplifters, and runs afoul of other regulations. The attorney's office said security guards at participating retailers have taken shoplifting suspects, as many as 20,000 people, into isolated areas where they induced them to sign contracts admitting guilt and had them agree to pay $500 for a 6-hour behavior modification program. The lawsuit also contends that CEC has paid retailers and security companies for each enrolled student to encourage participation. A representative for CEC who was reached by phone said the company had no comment. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.